Hi, my name is Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching These Are Questions. This is the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And today is a very special episode. It's so special, we're even in a different location. Look at this, it's amazing. Today involves two very talented individuals and creatives. I have here the creative director and the studio production manager for Collab Studios here in Miami, Florida. Please welcome Darenia Alarcon and Angel Martinez.
What's up, guys?
Hi, Raph.
Welcome to These Are Questions.
Hey, I'm glad that I'm here. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for not just being a part of These Are Questions, but for using your amazing studios here to film and record this episode. I said earlier before we started shooting that this is probably going to be the nicest These Are Questions episode that we're going to have here in the entirety of our show. So congratulations.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to help people out.
Congratulations to you, too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But let's go with our thank yous and our congratulations moving forward in this episode, and let me explain the rules of These Are Questions. I'm going to ask you both a series of questions going to be based around your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you both accept those terms?
Yes, I accept.
Hey, I like randomly stupid, so let's go.
Completely.
Oh, okay. Then you're going to be perfect for These Are Questions. So with that, let's begin. So thank you again for being a part of These Are Questions. I tremendously appreciate it here. And I want to start with you. So ladies first, right? So you are a creative director here at Collab Studios. I want you to explain to me what that role truly entails for you and how you got started into that specific role here in the studio.
Okay, so that role totally entails for me, it's a lot of passion. And how it started, so Angel over here, he was doing a workshop one day, a workshop with models and photographers. He was like, hey, can you pass by, whatever. And we checked it out. And then honestly, overall, I fell in love with the studio. I love the whole production. I've always been part of knowing what it is to create content. I create a lot of content for my business. And I feel like cameras, even iPhone is my favorite thing to shoot. And ever since then, I got inspired. And then now I'm not just creative director, I'm a podcast engineer. So now I'm a huge advocate for podcasts as well.
Okay, very cool. So a Jill of all trades, if you think about it there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to switch the question to you, Angel, as well. So as a studio production manager and as a serial creative as well, talk about your story of how you got into Collab Studios and how you created the studios together.
Yeah, man, it was one hell of a ride. It started as an idea around 10 years ago. And I originally thought of Collab as this brand where we'd be able to help people tell stories through photos all over, through traveling and all sorts of stuff like that, right? And we had built a community where they would share all their pictures. During that time, though, I didn't have all of the experience of team building and really understanding how to get that momentum going for the brand, right? So I put it on hold, I put it on pause, right? All those years went by, 7 years went by, pandemic hit, and like most people, I woke up during this time. Mm-hmm. It was we were at home, we were left with our own thoughts. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this idea out. I don't want it to be something that I don't do or finish. Let me just rehash it, figure out how I can make it into a studio concept, because I've always wanted to have my own studio, mm-hmm. But I just didn't know what the vision of it would be, right? So by bringing the idea of collab back, collaboration as a whole, changing that foundation of collaboration, that allowed me to really put together a model of okay, what can I do? Now that's only I'm only telling you from long ago, from the origination of the idea to where I decided to activate and actually go out and put my feet on the floor, right? Make the idea get out of my head and actually be a reality. And during this time, it was a lot of ups and downs. There was a lot of crying, sweat, tears, bunch of friends. Shout out to all my Dominican friends who came out and really were they were like the safety net that I didn't realize I needed. Like I was surrounded by a lot of different people when I first started the brand, and I got to a point where the people around me just didn't want to let me fail. Like they were like, "Nope, get back up." They brought equipment, they brought food. Like I remember Fernando's mom one time bringing an entire like arroz con gandules and chuletas to the studio. Dominican food.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, here's some food. We're working. We're all here to kind of like push us through. And, looking back at that today, I'm like, wow, man, like if it wasn't for the people that I had around me, it would have been very difficult for me to continue to do it on my own. So
that's also another big thing that I forgot to mention, because like you asking me that question only makes me think like of a million things of why I love and support Collab.
Yeah.
But the brand itself, like I believe it, the vision, his story is so inspirational. It's just like he needs to keep going because like he has a purpose in life, and that's another thing that inspired me as well. So I think it's just very important for me to say that too.
And I absolutely agree with the both of you. And I've had a chance to see your collective visions just working with you in the past couple months through the nonprofit Save the Creatives, which we're going to get into a little bit into this episode. But I've seen a lot of your creative processes here, and even here, just in the studio alone. Promotional plug aside here, like it's very, very cool to see what the visions that you're trying to portray here, and like having that vision really encapsulates what you're trying to do, and it allows you to just put your mindset and energy into positive things that you love doing, and where you could take that energy and really run with it and do a lot of different creative pieces there. And it's nothing short of amazing there. And, you talked a little bit about the studios and how you got connected with each other, which is really cool. And even before we started filming, you both talked about how you're both serial entrepreneurs. So I'd love to you both to explain that and explain the specific businesses that you do, not just within Collab Studios, but also outside of it.
Right. Do I go first?
Ladies first.
So I have a lash business.
Okay.
And basically I've been doing lashes since I was like 15. And it's with my mom. And we also now have an academy. She's been 9 years in the business. So my part-time is like fully lashing. Now I started doing like social media content for others.
Mm-hmm.
I've had like clients for like almost 3 years now for the Chamber of Commerce. And ever since then, I'm just like figuring out what I want to do fully.
Okay.
But for now, I'm like content creator, lash artist. Lashing will always be in me. I've done lots of celebrities.
Okay, well, name the celebrities now, if you can.
Name drop.
Name drop now. Gotta give shout outs.
So I've done Paris Hilton's lashes.
Oh.
And Iggy Azalea's.
Yo.
So that's a big push in my career. So I think that's also why I like lashing is like my blood, basically. It's like what my mom put in me. That's my mom's purpose as well. So yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Shout out to your mom.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And Angel?
Man, serial entrepreneur. I like the term itself. I didn't label myself with that. Mm-hmm. I'm just an ideas guy. I like when I see a concept, when I see a business idea or something, I like those initial stages. It's almost like that puppy love effect. Like you fall in love with creating something. You fall in love with, okay, what are we going to be able to create together if it's like a partnership kind of thing?
Yeah.
For me, I've been a tailor, a baker, a private investigator, a lifeguard. There's been all sorts of jobs I've had, and it's just because I'm always chasing something new. I'm always chasing, like, learning something new. And that's what, like, for me, serial entrepreneurship for me is just knowing or seeing where there's opportunities and then trying to see if there's any innovation I could bring to it. Mm-hmm. Or if not innovation, at the very least, a good brand and a good vision behind the business, right? It just so happened that this has been one of my most successful businesses because I've failed tons of times. I've been a graphic designer and a photographer and all that good stuff. And we all try to get into the groove of those side hustles.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough for me. Like I needed to see if I could be a true entrepreneur. If I can grow a brand, grow a business to not just impact the community, but to like actually hire people, get people paid, like really push it forward, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest meaning it has for me. Is like, how big can I grow this business?
That's great. Those are great positive meetings there. And the fact that you're trying to not just, build your own brand and build yourself and continue your businesses, but trying to elevate others in the creative communities, especially in this kind of area where, there's a ton of creative talent, amazing people to work with, just trying to get them noticed and trying to get them out. That is a big push. And I commend you both for doing that and trying to be committed to it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I kind of say like innovation is my thing. Like being an innovator is like more of like than being an entrepreneur. It's the same thing. I'm like an ideas person.
Okay.
Hear something, I need it,
I got you. So
make it happen.
So there you go. So you're the innovation and you're the building.
Yeah, I like to build it.
There you go. And I'm the Steven here. These are questions. I love it there. So let me ask you both. Right now, at this very moment, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Thai food.
Bananas. It is food because we're hungry.
You're hungry? Okay. That's my sign that the episode's got to wrap up. We got to
No.
Like, I've been craving Thai food for a little bit. I get those cravings once in a while where we go to this hole-in-the-wall Thai place that we just found by accident. And
Tell them about it.
Doral Thai is fire.
Shout
If
out.
y'all want to shout out to Doral Thai.
He gets the...
It's the duck noodle soup.
Yeah. And I only say that because it has a really, it's smelly.
Yeah. She can't stand the duck, but the broth is just so good. And then they make the duck like nice and crispy and stuff. We might actually go there if we have time. So we might get to see that spot.
Vegetarian and plant-based
Oh, yeah,
babies, that's where you go.
If we go, we have to film content so we can include it into the episode.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Side
yeah,
commercial,
for
you know?
sure.
Yeah.
Free promotion for you guys, okay? Right here on These Are Questions.
Totally free.
Totally.
Not sponsored at all.
Not sponsored at all. What are you talking about? We don't have sponsors here on These Are Questions. We can't afford sponsors.
Yeah, right.
Forget it.
This is awesome.
This is a question for you. So, what was a band or like a musician that you were listening to as a kid that you were like, that band or musicians, like they're okay, but now as an adult, they're actually really good and you appreciate?
A band?
It could be a band or a singer, musician, Think of it as like the foods, going back to food real quick, or it's like a food that you didn't like as a kid, but you love now as an adult. Same thing, kind of concept, but with music.
Oh, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to These Are Questions. I answer all of the tough questions
I'm
here.
thinking.
Okay.
Because I used to listen to Hispanic and also English music.
You could bring any artist. It doesn't matter.
My problem is that I'm not good with names.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
can he answer that?
You want me to go?
Then
Phone a friend.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, we go like,
Okay,
yeah,
Angel. Okay, I'll let it allow it happen.
Like for me, I'm very
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm very eclectic in my music selections. So I do listen to country music. You could judge me if you want, but I don't know. Like lately, it's been reconnecting with like old school salsa, old school bachata.
Okay.
Just because like the older I get, the more I want to reconnect with like my my roots or whatever. When I was growing up, though, that's not what I was listening to. I was listening to like 3 6 Mafia, all that Southern rap, like really heavy Southern rap stuff. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when I got older is when I was able to expand a little bit of my taste for music.
Okay.
So as far as like artists. Well, I'll go from the English side. I reconnected with Beatles, Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Like a lot of that stuff.
Nice.
There's some Motown. There's a lot of funk music, especially because I got into Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you haven't heard the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack, it's fire.
It is fire. All three of their movies and their soundtracks are all very good, but 2 especially is
it
loaded
has a special,
soundtrack.
Yeah, it has a special touch in 2.
It was made with TLC. Not the band, but just TLC. Tender Love and Care.
I agree.
Oh, wow.
You think about your answer?
Yeah, I
You
think
go?
so.
Okay.
I mean, this is just a person that's always been there. But I don't know if he was there when I was really young. But Maroon 5,
Okay.
I take him everywhere. I can just listen to him whenever.
Wow, I would not expect that.
I wouldn't expect that either.
That
Learned something new
right?
today.
And it's not like I didn't, listen to him a lot, but then I can listen to him whenever.
Yeah, you could just put on the radio or put on your phone and just.
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say the Jonas Brothers, but it's like no, that's not happening.
Okay, you're not a Jonas Brothers fan.
I am, but not like that, you know.
Okay. That's quoted now. So like, if the Jonas Brothers sees this episode,
I'm obsessed with Jonas and what's her name?
His
wife, Jamaica.
Oh.
Internet.
Oh no! Well, what we do when we have these points, we're gonna put a Google, on the backdrop here.
They're one of my top hot artist couples.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I didn't expect that out of you.
I didn't expect it, but that's what happens with These Are Questions. You expect the unexpected.
That's true.
With my next question, just for you, Angel, I have it just for you. I wrote it on the second page.
Oh wow!
I had it right here. So let me ask you, if you're a basketball fan here specifically, can Jimmy Butler train and coach a team of professional butlers to a game of basketball?
I mean, why not? Is he a coach? I don't really follow basketball like that. See, I'm Dominican.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
y'all can judge me all you want.
Boy.
I'm Dominican. What we do is we play baseball. That's it. Anything besides baseball was something that was adapted when I came to the U.S.
For clarification, Jimmy Butler is not a coach, but a basketball player for a little-known team called the Miami Heat. You may know them.
Screw the Heat. Y'all can judge me all you want. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to curse.
We're in Miami.
We're in Miami too.
I really don't care.
Okay, give me the baseball equivalent of that. Would it be like Pedro Martinez or like Sammy Sosa?
Big Papi.
Okay.
Ortiz. Yeah. Big Papi
can he train a team of, I guess, a team of Martinez, a team of poppies?
Yeah.
Can he train a team of poppies to a game of baseball?
I would say hell yeah. He's a good kind of mentor hero to look up to. Yeah, he has good teaching skills, I think.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe he could just hit homers. That's all he has. But besides that, maybe he could teach a set of butlers to play, in a little baseball outfit, kind of with like a little home plate with hors d'oeuvres, just walking around a mansion in Dominican Republic somewhere.
Okay.
Right.
With mango and salchichas.
Ooh. Okay. You heard it here first. You watch it here first on These Are Questions. So
yeah.
You got that definitive answer.
Probably made a bunch of Dominicans hungry right now. So
get some food right now. Come, listen to it while you're driving. Go to a restaurant while you're listening to it, and then come back, enjoy your meal as you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. Like, come on, let's do it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Man, watching shows and eating.
It's the best.
It's the best.
I actually watch food shows while I eat.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, follow up impromptu question on my list of questions here. Now to both of you. Now you mentioned food.
Yeah.
Favorite cooking show to watch?
Oh, dude. You have one?
Oh yes, I do have one, but it's not cooking; it's baking.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I allow it.
Carlos Bakery.
Oh, good. I like that one.
I have his book. I studied all his book. He got me into baking.
Okay.
I am obsessed with his show.
Okay. Can you bake me a cake?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, are you asking or are you saying if it's possible?
I'm asking / I want
she
that.
She can get a pre-made box. A pre-made cake box.
I want a
all right, what's your favorite cartoon?
My favorite... Okay, well, I guess you...
Oh, you just flipped the turntable?
I'm sorry. I need to make the cake a theme.
Oh,
my favorite cartoon.
You have...
My favorite cartoon of all time is Tom and Jerry, actually.
All right, it's happening.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah? You better promise now, because now it's on
the show.
It's on the show, so I better get a screenshot.
I haven't baked it
strawberry in the middle, please.
5 years.
Oh, okay.
No dulce de leche in the middle.
No, coconut.
Ooh, I like coconut.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Let's get
for
to
me,
that.
For me, my show is Tasty.
Tasty, okay.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Snapchat?
No, yeah, well, they have it on Snapchat, but there's an actual YouTube show.
It's a full-fledged show.
First We Feast, you've seen those.
Oh.
But I think those are not cooking shows. Those are more whatever.
First We Feast is his own brand.
Yeah, but they also have a bunch of other stuff through it. Even Hot Ones is done through First We Feast.
Hot Ones through them.
Okay.
The burger show.
The burger
the
show.
wings too, right?
Well, Hot Ones is the wings.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The burgers.
Burger show. It's a show about burgers.
Yo. Fire show.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire. Bronson, Action Bronson.
Oh yeah, he's good too. Yeah. I like him
Guy
for that
kills
show and for when he had his show when he was watching Ancient Aliens. That was pretty good.
Oh, dude.
It's really
that was
funny.
a good one. That was definitely a good one. It's crazy, though, because, like, I've watched the old classic shows. Like, I actually used to watch those preparing food.
Oh, how about Gordon?
Like Food Network joints. Gordon Ramsay.
With like Master
You
Chef
know,
or
with the
Hell's
Master
Kitchen.
Chef stuff.
Hell's Kitchen, man.
But it got a little
Hilarious.
too reality TV for me, so like that's why I went. And I haven't seen cable in like over 7 years now.
Okay.
So like all I ever watch when I get home is I turn on my Fire TV and on YouTube or Amazon Prime, or lately I've gotten onto what's this one show, Silo. I don't know if you've seen it. It was on Apple TV.
No, I haven't. I have to check it out now.
Dude, it's wild.
It is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to check this out.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'm writing it down now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you too much. It's crazy though.
Okay, there you go. Proof right here that I do listen. I'm writing down on there. So that's awesome. Thank you for letting me know.
No worries.
So let me ask you both. This is a joint question together, and this is I want you to pick a team, either Team Alpha or Team Omega. Pick one.
God. Can I pick Team God? Sorry. Alpha Omega, you know.
Like I don't the man above. Like I just for you, I'll allow it there because I need to go up.
I knew it.
I still need to answer, right?
You still need to answer one. I'll put an
those two?
asterisk. So pick one of them, but I'll add that on the side as well. Okay.
Side.
To be fair.
I don't know.
All right, can you guys define Omega?
I knew you were gonna ask that because see, I look at them differently too.
Yeah, that's
because
why
I wasn't part of a fraternity or anything in college.
It's not necessarily about
no,
a
it's not about a.
It can be. I mean, Omega is a fraternity. Which one do you like more? So yeah, do you like to be like Team Alpha, like an alpha kind of person, or Team Omega, like a more of a mysterious kind of like I don't know enigma type person? Don't think too much about my dumb questions. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I could go. You want to go?
Yeah, go.
I want to be a mix of both.
You gotta pick
You have
one.
to pick one, though.
Pick
Yeah, you
one.
have
No, it's
one
not.
or the other.
It's
This
not
is team.
capable for me.
Alpha
Or Omega.
I can't.
Thank you.
I can't because I'm yin and yang. Like I have to like.
Right.
Guys, you're
There has to be a
thinking this
balance.
way too
I'm
much.
struggling a lot too, though.
No, but if I want to answer like if just gut instinct.
Gut
answer,
instinct, yeah.
I would say I lean to Omega
Omega. Okay.
because the other one is just too much energy for me.
Right? Like choosing Alpha is like you're putting too much responsibility on me. Omega.
Okay, so both Omega. Okay. So remember that answer.
I love this show.
Thank you. That's a good segue. That means I'm doing my job right. Remember that answer for the end of These Are Questions Season 6.
Oh, we have a puzzle.
Wait, so I can change?
No,
my answer?
no, it's
no,
on
you
the
have
clock
to
now. Too
remember
late, too late.
Damn.
That's why I said don't think about this question. Just pick one.
You just have to remember it for.
Just remember for the end of the season.
Got it.
We probably won something or something.
Maybe you won something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe something's gonna happen. Who knows? Stay tuned to the end of These Are Questions Season 6.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
I really regret answering now.
That's what a lot of people say when they do this show after the end. I just regret doing this.
No, not at all. I don't regret this at all. I will never regret
You just
this.
want to take back your answer. You don't know what's gonna happen.
I can give a reason, but
For what?
For what?
For
why
Alpha.
I regret it already.
Why do you regret
Why?
it? Why do you regret it?
Because, like, I'm an alpha.
You're an alpha?
Yeah, like, there's some alpha in me.
Okay.
There's some.
There's some,
Yeah.
but not all.
No.
Maybe
Yeah,
you're more
that's-
omega. Maybe you're more beta. I don't know.
See, that's why I want
More
to make,
delta.
Right.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
he threw in another one. That's why I want to make a sancocho out of it. I can't be picking one.
Right? Yeah, so omega. Yeah. All right.
Don't worry. Just remember that for
Hey, if
the
these
end.
jokes are funny, my comedy career has started here.
Yes, you have. Live at the collab. Ooh, that's an idea right there. Right here in the studio. You have the space. Intimate, open mic night.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Oh, wow. That's
Write
how you
that
can
down.
start your studio sessions. All right.
I love
yeah.
it. It's a
Many
great
ideas.
idea.
See, I'm not just about stupid jokes here. I have occasional ideas. Occasionally.
awesome.
Not sometimes. Most of it's dumb, but like occasionally I have
Sometimes you got a little sauce.
a little bit. So, let me ask you specifically, since you said you're a podcast engineer and you said you love podcasting, what's your favorite part of podcasting? What do you enjoy the most? And this is just for you.
So as creative director as well,
Mm-hmm.
it's the set.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm very picky with the set.
Yeah.
If I see something, I have to go and move it.
So
Yeah.
if I move my mic just a little bit,
Yeah.
you can tell me move it back.
Yeah, put that back.
I think yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to test you there.
I see. It usually happens where somebody moves, I have to go adjust.
Okay.
That's what I love. I have to go and adjust. It doesn't bother me at all. No
Okay.
triggers.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
like it.
No pressure. No pressure. I like that. Okay. Okay. And let me see. And this is Angel question here. Since you've done a lot of content pieces and you've filmed and recorded a lot of different stuff, what's a dream location that you would like to shoot content in that you haven't done yet? What's the dream? What's the dream place?
That's a good question. Unlimited budget?
Yeah. Unlimited budget. Do whatever you want.
His mind is like, whoa.
Yeah, no pressure.
Hold on. I mean, I got a couple. Oh, man. I mean, okay, so like, so extreme scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, this is stupid because I was watching a movie the other day that gave me this idea. Have you seen Jumper?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so you know
Good movie.
when he's surfing and then he goes to like eat his sandwich on top of the Sphinx.
Yeah.
I want to host a podcast on top of the Sphinx
Yep. When you do
in
that.
Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt. I like that.
Okay.
I mean, he said unlimited budget.
You just have to make sure you don't tick off the Egyptian gods that are under like the tombs and stuff.
That's what I'm hoping to do. Like,
No, you don't need curses, man.
No,
That's like
I want to see if maybe we could turn on the battery that's in there. You know, I believe in the whole ancient alien stuff.
Okay.
Do you want to like interview King Tut? Is that like the dream goal right there?
Hell yeah! I'm pretty sure he's still in there.
He's still in
some sort of energy is there.
Some sort of energy is there.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff coming out now that they think that the pyramids were actual batteries. I could talk about conspiracy theories here, right?
To an extent. I'll cut you off. I'll just cut to the next segment if it gets too weird.
No, I'll leave it there because that's actually true. So, the other stuff, I don't know if it's true.
It's just a theory. Welcome to These Are Theories. Not These Are Questions.
Right?
So let me go. Just thinking about that now.
Yeah.
Make me break character.
Hey, you asked the question.
I did
I'm
ask
very
the question.
creative,
I
so.
I love it. I love that you're all creative there. So, gonna go switch to you, D. So, my question is, it's kind of in a similar vein of like dream location, but more or less for you, since you're more into the creative side. What's like a dream piece of content that you want to create? Like, what's like one idea that you've been thinking of for a long time? And you're like, I want to do this. I need to do this. If you have, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know your mind. I'm learning about your mind.
It's probably not a dream. It's just like, I would love to do that.
Okay,
On top of the, I don't know where the location is.
that's fine.
In a donut.
Wait, donut as like the car, like you're doing donuts,
No.
or like
No,
donut
like
the food?
a donut,
The
like
donut.
crispy donut.
Like The Simpsons. Really.
Oh, I think there's a place. I think it's called the Donut Factory. Don't quote
Yeah,
me. Yeah,
is
it's
it?
like, it's in California.
yeah, I think so.
We'll fact check it. Okay, but I know what you're talking about with the big sign and the big giant donut.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
are
that
you
would
trying
be
to do
cool.
on top of the donut?
What do you want? Yeah, what do you want to do?
Maybe a shoe, a model, a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to get? You want to do a
You
shoot
wanna
on
do a
top of the
shoot
donut?
on
Do
top
you
of the
want to be the
donut.
talent on there? And
I can be both.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nice.
You heard it here. She can be both.
Let's hit up the donut shop, see if they'll take it.
No, serious. You just said it right there. I'm gonna DM. I'm gonna slide into the Donuts DMs, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, we just did an episode. We want to do a shoot, maybe like 30, 45 minutes, really quick, no problem.
just
No,
throw it out there.
Throw it out there, and we're gonna do this. And we're
Is
gonna
there a
promote this.
Simpsons episode about that?
about the donut? Well,
About someone doing a photo
Well,
shoot
it's
on
like
top of the
their-
donut.
that's. Well, I don't know if they
No,
did a
no,
photo
no.
shoot, but like
No,
it's
that would
a
be insane.
location on the Simpsons.
You know why I say it, right?
No, why
Because
is-
there's
my
a Simpsons
God. He's back with his
conspiracy.
Oh my
Conspiracy
good.
stuff.
Oh my goodness. There's a whole meta with the Simpsons there, not just
Yeah.
conspiracies. There's a
I
whole
feel
universe.
like we just spoken into existence, and there's gonna be an episode of Simpsons with a modeling shoot on top of the donut.
Could be.
It could be eerily just us. You never know.
Right?
They could be listening. They predict the future a lot of
What
times.
if they put a TV screen and they put this episode up there, you know?
Ooh, ideas.
You're wild.
Ideas. I love it. I love it.
Fun time.
So let me ask here, and this has been a great, fun episode so far. These are questions, and I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me here. My question is, what is a pivotal piece of advice that has changed both of your professional careers so far?
Repeat it.
So, what was a pivotal piece of advice that has changed your professional careers so far?
Thank you for repeating it.
No problem. It's a loaded question.
It's a heavy one.
It is.
Let me go first.
Do it.
So, after all these years, how old do you think I am?
Well, I know your age because you told me, but I remember when I met you. So for context, I met him a few months ago at the Save the Creative speech shoot, which I'm going to get to in a moment. And I asked you that question, I'm like, how old are you? Because you look a lot younger, just like me. We look a lot younger than actual age here.
Yeah, man. So after 40 years of all this stuff,
40 years young.
failing and trying and all this good stuff, and learning a bunch of information,
Yeah.
the best advice that I've ever gotten is that I don't know anything. Don't know anything.
I like that. Because it's simple, you know? Because a lot of people will come in and say, oh, I know everything, and I you don't need to teach me nothing. I got this, and I got this. And then they do whatever, X, Y, Z, and it's like, clearly, you should have took some lessons here or something there. So,
Yeah, you're always a student,
yes.
regardless of how much you know.
Even if you're a quote-unquote, you're teaching someone, you're still a student by proxy because you're learning about the student's intuition.
Exactly.
You're learning about what the student does and learning from a different perspective. Okay, I like that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What about you?
I feel like the best advice is like to just keep going. Stand up like when you don't feel like going, or even when you don't feel like doing nothing, keep on doing what you have to do.
I like that. It's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's simple. These are two very simple but very poignant pieces of advice. So fits that category of the question very
Yeah.
well.
And it's an advice that I get from, a lot of people that will spark that like different perspective in the career.
Absolutely. And like as Angel mentioned, being around for a long time and for myself, not tuning my own horn, being in the creative fields for 13 years, I've seen a lot, but there's a lot I haven't seen yet, even though I've seen quite a bit and I've traveled around and I've seen a lot of different places and I've done a lot of different projects, which you'll get to know in our spoiler alert, collaboration project. Spoiler alert, don't worry about it now. But, you learn a lot, and through that learning, you have to keep moving forward because there's going to be times where you're like, you don't know the light at the end of the tunnel, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to kind of keep going through that path, the path of like most resistance, because that's when you learn the most and that's when you get the most opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also this is the real like advice.
Oh, okay. Real advice now.
Feedback.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna just say the word feedback because I don't want to make it any longer, but you need feedback.
It's good advice. That's, yeah. Simple, straight to the point.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, very cool. So I got just a couple more questions. Almost done wrapping up here on These Are Questions. I do want to talk a little bit about Save the Creatives, the nonprofit that the two of you are part of, and also he's not here in the room as well, but shout out to Baron as well, Baron McQueen. That's how I met through him, and I met the both of you through him. He gave me, for context, just for clarification, and I'll put like screenshots or whatever, or I'll put something there. Who knows? Or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see when I do the editing for it. I have no idea. But for context, I met him through the Fort Lauderdale Fashion Week photography shoots that they had when they were doing the runway and the models. And I got the ticket through the Mass District. Shout out to them. Shout out to Dylan. He gave me the opportunity to shoot for a little bit. And I met through him. And I met a bunch of photographers that night. And him and another gentleman named Anthony, he's another great photographer. They were the only two that were really kind of giving me advice on how to actually shoot and just play around with lighting. Not that I didn't know that, but I never shot runway. So they were very opening and welcome. So shout out to them. And there's additional others I don't want to say to everybody, but shout out to the ones that did help me there. But through him, he invited me to do Save the Creatives in downtown Hollywood, Hollywood Beach, and do just a little photo shoot and just practice with the cameras. And that's how I met Angel. And then I just met at the latest Save the Creatives event in Opelika. And I got to work on your creative processes there, which has been awesome. I just got to learn more about photography, from that space because I'm more of a video guy and just learning the differences between it because I shot for a little bit, but I'm
Took
newer
amazing
to it.
BTS.
Yeah, well, my background's in social media and marketing there, so I know how to do BTS, but just a technical aspect of just using your camera. Not that I don't know it, it's just good to have a good refresher and just have it from a different perspective.
I'm also the same since I'm on social media as well. Like, I just know how to grab the camera and take some pictures for clients, you know?
Right, and now with the way the content space is, that is so pivotal and so defining to have that because so many businesses and brands need that now.
Yeah.
They need that content for the content there. Everything helps on there, and it's just sparking that memories and moments. Long story aside, just to continue on so I get to the actual question, I wanted to know your perspectives on Save the Creatives and where do you want to take that nonprofit organization in the future?
Okay. You want to go first?
But either can start.
No problem.
I can go first.
You want to go first? Go ahead.
Whatever.
Take it. Go for it.
Ladies first. That's been the theme of this entire
You got
episode.
it. Go for it.
I believe in you.
No,
I can go
you
first.
go for it, and I'll add
Yeah,
my perspective.
I got this.
Okay.
So I really see it, like, just the name itself, I'm in love with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Save the Creatives. It's like, what other name should you not pick for a nonprofit trying to save creatives in the creative industry? And I feel like every day there's a new creative in like the digital world, even in like the real person. Like everybody wants to be their own business owner or even just have it as a big hobby, like content creating, cameras, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I see is like a lot more lives being changed, a lot more of like connection and community, and just overall a new experience that people haven't lived before, which I think that's truly what anybody needs to experience to really know like that impacted them, if that makes sense. And then I really see it getting into places where it's gonna show that vision I just explained. It's just like, I think I'm just gonna continue supporting and riding the wave as we go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Seeing where it takes you.
Yeah.
Okay. Perspective.
For me, it's I'll connect the dots for you a little bit.
Yeah.
So I told you that I had started the studio, and there was a moment where the studio was shut down for about 3 months because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out like where the client base was, where I can really, put ads dollars to bring in clients. And I took those 3 months to think, what is the impact that the studio is making? Like, why did I originally start it, right? And remember, like 10 years ago, it was about our community. So I was like, what am I going to do in order to move the needle to get closer to partnering up with someone that will allow me to really help bring that vision to life? The idea that community can be built, but more than that, I'm passionate about education, that I can help educate other people, other future creatives, right? So I DM Bear McQueen. Back then it was Framed by Da Vinci. He still has that account too. Mm-hmm. Because he was doing a lot of Pexels shoots, a lot of Pexels meetups. And I was like, damn, man, like those meetups look really dope. Like he's putting together this community. He has these photographers that all want to learn. They're hungry for like the information. And I was like, listen, man, I have an etiquette, DM etiquette. So if anybody wants to know, link in the
description. Yes.
But it's really simple. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. But the idea is that I told him, listen, man, I've seen what you're doing. I want to collaborate with you. Let's set up a meeting for this day. And then I also want to know your rates and all that kind of stuff. So because I respect everyone's time, right? And I know like he's in the game. I know he's valuable. I'm not going to sit here and be like, let's meet up and, there's no value to you. So I did that in a small little paragraph and he replied back. We met up, we connected with each other and we're like, damn, man, we're like-minded. We think pretty similarly, not identical, but we believe in the same thing. We have similar values. Let's do something together. So 4 weeks later, we hosted the first collab workshop here. And that's where Darenia mentioned that she met the studio and she really was like, she understood the vision of the studio then, right? Mm-hmm. From that first workshop, I sat with Baron and I was like, bro, like this is something that we got to do. Like what else can we do to impact the community more, to do more of these types of things? And that's where he took the flag, he took the torch, and he was like, look, I'm going to set up a nonprofit. He's established Save the Creatives. For me, that has so many deeper meanings, like for the work that I used to do in the past, but saving creatives from the thing that you have to make a living to do what you're passionate about, right? A lot of people jump and they build the plane along the way, right? But you got to be a little bit comfortable what you're making in life so that you're not having to go do your passion to go eat. Because when you do your passion to go eat, you're not doing your passion the way that you want it to be.
Right.
Right? You're doing it to survive.
Yeah.
Right? So when he established that nonprofit, we were just like, man, let's keep going. Let's do a monthly workshops. Let's see how far we could take it. And he took the charge. He's partnered up with a bunch of different locations, and we've been nonstop doing. We missed 1 month just because logistically it's hard to put these things together. But he's been doing an amazing job at partnering with different locations, peer space locations, Airbnb locations, just different places, more than just a studio, right?
Yeah.
Like the studio was the gateway, if you want to say, the gateway to get into it.
Yeah.
And then from there came like the tipping point where we were like, this could be a lot further. This could get a lot bigger, right? And I would love to see Save the Creatives do like a convention. Like in Miami, we don't have representation from the arts in that form. We have Art Basel.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong, but we don't have that representation of photography, videography, the technical aspects and all that stuff here.
So just for context, and I'm glad you mentioned that because just for if you ever come to Collab Studios, it's literally inside where the Miami Convention Center is. So that convention idea is right there.
Right there.
It's a real thing. It haunts me every time I walk into the studio.
Maybe just a hey, hello, little contact to some of the media.
I know the people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know all the dots. It's really the hardest part about team building is connecting the dots to the point where you get a common vision that a core group of people that want to make a change get together and do.
Right.
And then that core group of people just hold the bar up to the point where even I get feedback if I'm falling below the standard, right? That's the idea. You want to be surrounded with something like that.
Absolutely.
Because that's magical. You'll be creating
we also have a goal of
life-changing things.
creating not just us as a team, but another team that's just as sustainable as we are.
Okay, I see.
To be able to make all those things, connect.
Makes sense.
It's all about connecting those dots, man.
It really is. Nice little slogan there, little handle on the bottom there, connecting the dots, Save the Creatives. But on a serious note, I wish you all the best with not just Save the Creatives, but with Collab Studios and your production house here. And I really do appreciate you just allowing me to film and record this episode, These Are Questions, using your studio, your equipment. Shout out. This is a real test to show. Excuse me, not test. This is a real showcase. That's the right word. A real showcase of what the studio is capable of doing. So if you're looking for production shoots, you're looking for media shoots, you're looking for photo shoots, podcasting, they have the hub here and they're in such a great market. So if you want to support not just Collab Studios, but with Save the Creatives, you want to join their monthly shoots that they have, all the information will be in the description down below and on our various social media platforms when the episode does come out. So on a personal level, I do appreciate you and thank you so much.
No, I appreciate you. Do you know why we did it?
Because stupid questions. That's why we did
right?
it.
Because you're like, oh, we're asking these stupid questions. But like, I want to leave this seed to grow. Hopefully, it'll inspire people that are watching as well.
Look at the camera.
No, I want to look at him. I want him to know the purpose and the reason behind it, because a lot of people, oh yeah, come shoot at the spot. We could shoot with all my stuff, and then you could promote the studio. Look, it's cool. That's an afterthought, right?
Yeah.
The idea is that if you think about it, we're human beings, we're people, right?
Yeah.
There are communities built around the world that support each other. Right. So, for example, in the Jewish community, there's a big emphasis on helping businesses within the community. You give them feedback, you come back to that business, no matter what, even if there's a better business outside, because you want to see that community grow. Right. And I want to advocate and spread that message, not just from a community standpoint, but from the point of view of people. We are people. So ever since you showed their BTS photos, I felt like I was inspired by your storytelling, right? And then
Same.
through that, I was like, bro, like, we got to do something. Like, let's do something together. And it's so weird because that's like my price of admission for me. It's just like, you have to come to the table with something.
Yeah.
Like, I can't force feed you the water.
No.
Right? I could show you where the water is, but if you're playing at a certain level, you're going to be able to drink it because you have the ability to take that step forward. So I was like, man, he's showing ambition. He's showing his ability to commit. He's showing his creative talent. I was like, let me showcase what we do too, because like we're passionate people. Like I do this for fun. Like honestly, for fun. I could do this for free. I really don't mind coming down here and recording shows. I did it for an entire year before the studio started making revenue. So it's like I wanted to show you not only, yes, this is like the cool equipment that we have in the studio.
Sure.
But I wanted to show you that we can actually truly connect as human beings. We could actually pay it forward, right? With no motive behind it. Like I just want you to see this is what you can do when you could collaborate.
And
That's it.
this is living proof right here. Physical
That's
film
how
proof.
I was gonna finish off. Like I really wanted like this to inspire people. Because for example, when I first met you, I was like, "Hey, what's up? How are you? You know, who are you?"
Who am I? That's a question I get asked all the time.
Because I'm like a person that I like to know, like, what are you passionate about? What do you know, why are you here at Save the Creatives, for example? You know, and like that's very important for me to know and to hear, for my personal and also for the team. So I really want to inspire people because sometimes people are afraid to just even ask, "Hey, what do you do?" Like, "Hey, I wouldn't know about your show." Well, these are questions.
Yeah.
If I
Thank
hadn't
you.
asked
Not
you.
responses.
It's only been, 45 minutes into the episode?
Yeah.
No, I just didn't want to say incorrectly.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All good.
So if I hadn't asked you about it, so then I was like, all right, cool. Let me get your IG, you know? And then I reached out to you. I was like, well, no, actually, you told me about your show. I was like, can I be on it? And then you reached out to me very professionally. Your etiquette professionally.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
On point.
Thank you.
You have no idea though how much that required her energy to do. Like to even say, "Oh, you have a show, can I be on it?"
Oh yeah, it's a
Like
loaded
you have
question.
no idea.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that prior to him?
To ask somebody to be
Like
on
be
the
like, "Yo,
show.
can I be on your show?"
I mean, he just kind of told me about it. I was like, oh, cool. Like, come by the studio. We'll do something. So what I'm trying to say is, like, some people are afraid to ask that. I'm not putting myself in the afraid to ask that. I've already skipped that, like, passage of my life. But the energy part, true, that does bring out a lot of energy because you're kind of holding yourself accountable to, like, being on camera, you know.
Yeah, there's a level of professionalism here, and it kind of leads with these are questions. The point of these are questions, and this will we discuss in due time, but the point of it was to give individuals that may have never had an interview before to have a chance to be in an interview setting and actually be in a professional setting while having a joking comedic value with it, because in professional interviews sometimes you have people that are dead serious, sometimes you have people that are comedic like
Yeah,
me.
and you just don't want the whole corporate boring.
Not
thing,
even
you
corporate
know?
boring. It's just like there's a style to answer your questions.
Yeah.
This is a hub for you to kind of play around with ideas and to get you comfortable on camera, comfortable on audio, and create something together.
That's like a big part of, like, for example, Collab's internship part. Like, that's what the interns have to go through. So they get used to if they really want even to do a podcast or they want to be an engineer.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
You won't know unless you try.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of, this is live.
this
how
is
it is.
live. Answer questions and look at us. We're doing this. We met here and look at us now. Look at us now doing
I'm
this
really
here.
happy to be
I
here.
love
Aw,
it. I love it.
I love it. So I appreciate you both. I just have, because I know we're going on time, I have one last question to ask you both here on These Are Questions. And
This is the random one.
it is a random one. It's not serious now. Now we're back to stupid questions. It's kind of a two-parter. So my first part of the question is, can either of you bench press 500 pounds?
No.
Okay.
I could get close, but I can't get 500.
Okay. I like you thought about that.
I could get close.
My follow-up to the first part of that question is, can you bench press at least 5 pounds?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Hands down.
Okay. This leads/not leads to my second part of my question. And my second part is, how does someone catch feelings for somebody else? Did he use like a net? Is there like a basketball hoop? Is there a butler involved? How does someone catch feelings for someone else?
All right, I'm gonna make it easy.
Okay.
Go
Go
No,
ahead. Go. You already had your answer.
No, I don't have an
ready.
answer. I don't have an answer. I just make it up as I speak.
I think attraction.
Okay.
To be answer real. Yeah.
Attraction.
That's how you catch feelings.
That's how you
right?
catch feelings. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like there's this little like pretend Cupid that lives inside your head, and then once you start speaking, it comes out of your ear and it just shoots a little arrow to the person, and then the other person has a Cupid
I'm envisioning that as we speak.
Yes.
that catches the other arrow.
Could be.
So then they catch the feelings.
I should have bought my bow and arrow today.
I haven't tested that joke in live, so that was just in my head.
Well, you got me to laugh, so you got to do it in front of an improv group now.
Right? or we could take it to baseball, but whatever. Either way, something got thrown, something got caught.
Something got thrown, something got caught. That's how you catch feelings. I like that.
nice.
I like that. You got a pitcher and a catcher.
That's how it goes.
So baseball's the answer.
Baseball's the answer.
Baseball's the
To
answer
catch
to life.
feelings.
You have
To
no
catch
idea.
feelings.
It solves all the problems.
Well, I mean, you have to go through all the bases to get the home. So
There you
Oh,
go.
nice. Or
Full
you can go
circle.
to a baseball game and they make you kiss on live TV.
See, look at you guys connecting dots. That's
connecting dots. Oh, connecting.
Full circle, baby.
Full circle. Alrighty. So with that, we are at the end of our These Are Questions episode. Thank you so much to the two of you. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Angel, for being a part of These Are Questions. I greatly appreciate it. But now the floor is yours. Anything you want to talk about, anything you want to promote, anything you want to do before we wrap up this episode? Well, this is your studio, so you could do whatever you want. It's open to you.
No, when you're here, it's your studio.
Okay, so in that case, the studio floor, well, in this case, is back to you. So
Cool.
take it away.
So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me here. I want your show to grow. It will grow.
Yes.
I see it growing.
Thank you.
Your vision is there.
Thank you.
And keep going.
We'll do. Okay. Thank you.
For me, I appreciate everything. There's nothing I'm going to plug. It's really just I appreciate you. I appreciate being here and connecting with you in a different way.
Oh, thank you.
And that's it.
I appreciate that. This is gonna be good. Look at all the feelings. I guess we're catching feelings now.
There you go. That's what it's like.
That's what it is. That's what the catcher was all about. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I gotta slide into the bases though.
That's exactly what you got to do. Stay safe.
Stay safe. There you go. So we are in season 6 of These Are Questions, and you're currently watching this either on youtube.com, social media platforms, or you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just look for These Are Questions. We appreciate you. See, I caught your feelings now here on These Are Questions. And stay tuned as we continue on into this season. We have plenty of exciting and funny guests that's going to be on our season for These Are Questions. So with that, all I have to say is that you have been watching / listening to These Are Questions. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Cut.
Cut.